Hello everyone, Republic Jim here, out on the property again, hiking around. Had to go cut down a Christmas tree and just wanted to get out and enjoy some of the new fresh snow. We got quite a few inches of new powder over the last couple of days, and then today it warmed up substantially, got up around or slightly above freezing. So snow conditions have changed rapidly. Now instead of powder, it's much wetter, packing type snow, so a little bit different. But anyway, on my last video that I did about the bushcraft gladius, which was fairly well received, I had a request from one of my viewers, Archie, who wanted to know more about my snowshoes that I was trying out for the first time. So I'm out on them again today. Wanted to do a little bit of a review on them. What I have are the Tubbs Flex Alp XL. And right up front, I want to make the point that if you look up the link that I have in the description, you'll see that they're pretty pricey snowshoes. Definitely a lot more than I personally would pay. You know, you definitely have to pay for quality when it comes to snowshoes, but the price now I consider totally insane. But just so people understand, I bought these things in September and the price was way lower then. I think it's a combination of supply chain issues and, of course, demand because of winter setting in. But just know that you can probably find them a lot cheaper in the summer. And I definitely did not pay that much for them. At any rate, just wanted to go over it real quick. First of all, I got the XL model, which is longer than the standard Flex Alp, just because I'm still, especially fully dressed, I'm still around 190 or over, probably substantially over with my boots and everything. And I like to carry a pack that weighs at least 40 pounds in the winter. So for a total weight of over 230 pounds, I figured the XL was the only way to go to get any kind of flotation. I think I'd sink like a rock with the smaller ones. But these things, the general idea is they are smaller than traditional snowshoes with the big aluminum hoop frame and such. But I really, really like these serrated aluminum or whatever metal they are anyway. These teeth along there, they give great lateral traction. And then they have of course, the typical crampon style deals on the ball of the foot. Don't have anything on the back just because they rely on having these teeth all around. But so far I've found that the traction, especially on side hills, is far better than traditional snowshoes. Originally I tried out the MSR model, which is similar to this and like that, but after doing some research I chose to get the Tubbs instead, just because for the price I was able to get more features. And a couple of things I really liked about it. One thing that's really slick is this binding system. I just have the heel adjusted to where I need it, slip the front of the foot in there, and then just have to tighten down both of these straps and put them in this little clip right there that holds it in place. I'm gonna pull that a little more. Now it's gonna fight me. Okay, there we go. Anyway, pull it down there like that. Same with the other side. You can tighten them down both at once and just lock them in place. Holds the foot really firmly. And then when you want to get out of it, you just pop both of these out of the clips on the sides and pull up on this strap and it releases both of them, takes the tension off of both at once, and then you can just push the heel strap down and pop your foot right out. So really easy to get in and out of them, and as I said, good traction. These ones also have the additional heel riser, which the MSR one didn't, unless I went with a much more expensive model. And this is really handy for going up steep hills. I tested it out just a little bit ago on the way up here, coming up the ridge on my property, and did a little bit of the incline without that, just as a baseline, and then I popped that up and did the rest of the climb with it, and it made things so much easier. It was unreal. So I'll put just a little clip of that in here so you can see what I'm talking about if you haven't used a heel riser on a snowshoe. Really awesome feature if you're doing much on steep terrain. Probably wouldn't be much use if you're in the Midwest, but you know, for the area I live in that's very mountainous, definitely a good feature. Now, just to give an idea, like I said, the snow conditions have changed, but we've had quite an accumulation. Now it's packing down some, so it's not quite as deep as it was when it was all powder. But just, I'll step out here without my snowshoes on. So that kind of gives an idea of what we have here. At least knee deep now in spots, even with the snow packing down. So makes it a little challenging to just walk around without snowshoes. Definitely the ideal conditions to be using snowshoes, so bear with me a moment here. And just like that, I'm locked in. And of course, when I get to the stuff that's packed down or not as deep, then it's very easy walking. But even on the untouched snow, they sink in some, but not nearly as far as just walking around in boots. And you know, greatly simplifies things. So now I'm going to get my pack back on, resituate things, and go for a little bit of a walk. I'll get back to you in a moment. All right, there we go. All right, now I'm walking on an area that was packed down a bit before the last couple of snowfalls. So it's definitely a little easier going, just having that base layer of snow trampled down. So now I'm going to step off the beaten path, go out and untouched stuff. The snow is slippery, with it being as warm as it is right now. But the snowshoes work really well for tracking. Just my balance is the weak point at the moment. And of course, if it was really powdery like it was, then performance would be a little bit different. I mean, they're going to be good for pretty much any conditions, but I don't know exactly how they would do in deep powder, since I haven't experienced that any more than just the little bit I did on my last outing. But I fully expect to spend a fair amount of time using them this winter, and honestly, with the rate that the snow's been accumulating, we could have a fair amount of snow here for quite a while, so get plenty of opportunities to try them out. So as you can see, they work pretty well. I'm pleased with them. One of these days, if I make it up into the Kettle Range or somewhere where there's a lot of side hill, then I'll have to do some filming there and show how they perform at preventing sliding sideways. But I know what to expect, having used the MSR ones last winter up in the mountains, and I know it's way better than the old school style ones, because a couple years ago when I was using them up in the mountains, I spent a lot of time trying to prevent sliding sideways. So those jagged teeth along the bottom of these really makes a world of difference for preventing that sliding. Sorry about the crazy camera work, but it is what it is. I'm not a great videographer or whatever the term is. So, but that's pretty much it. Got a spot here under the trees where there's not much snow, so I can demonstrate removing one of these and show just how simple it is. So just pop that out of the clip on both sides, pull up on that, push down on the heel strap, if I can do that, and just like that, out. I love this feature of being able to release both of those on the forefoot at the same time. That is so much simpler than fighting some of the ratchet systems and tensioners that I've dealt with in the past on other snowshoes. So yeah, that's about all I can think of for the moment to cover on these Tubbs snowshoes. I hope that was informative and somebody might have found it entertaining. Hopefully that tells you, Archie, what you wanted to know about these things. And as I said, when we get some more cold and powdery snow, then I'll try to get out there again and do some more. But that's about it for now. This has been Republic Jim. I'll talk to you later.